buddy. I wanted to run you through the back end of one of my sales pages that actually works. And so what we're going to do is we're going to run through the front end first so you can see what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, why it works, and how you can do exactly what I'm doing. So this is the front end of this sales page. Now let me just walk you through step by step why I'm doing what I'm doing. This first part right here, this is a sales page for one of my affiliates, and one of the things that I do differently from my affiliates is most affiliate programs just give you an affiliate link and they say go sell it, do the best you can, good luck. I don't do that. For my affiliates, I build the front end out for them. So I build the landing pages, I build the articles, I build the funnels, I build everything for my affiliates. Because I feel like the better I take care of my affiliates, the better my affiliates will take care of me. So this is a landing page for one of my affiliates who runs a pretty successful Facebook group. Now, that being said, when a customer lands on this page, what I want them to do, the first thing I want them to do is to trust this page. And to do that, I've taken his logo and I've put it right here at the very beginning. So this is the name of my course, Get Hired, and this is his logo from his Facebook group where most of his traffic comes from. So as soon as his traffic lands on this page, boom, they trust that this is the right place and that we're affiliated with him. Now, if that's all they need to buy, I want to give them the opportunity to buy. I don't want that to be the last opportunity to buy, but if the only thing missing for them to buy my product is for them to trust me, and now they trust me, I want them to be able to buy. So there's the Buy Now button. I've made everything black because his logo is black, his theme colors are black, and so this whole first section of this page is dedicated to his group and making sure that the people from his group trust this page. Now, that being said, most people won't buy from this button. A few will, but most won't. What most people need is they need to understand what they're up against. So, I have this number counter is the next thing that they see. Psychologically, I want them to understand my product solves a problem, but I want them to understand just how deep that problem is, just how big that dragon is that they're battling. So, my product is a job interview course, teaches you how to pass a job interview. I want them to understand, Inc. magazine has said there's 250 applicants for every job. I want them to understand 83.5% of applicants use social media to get their jobs. I want them to understand that the average recruiter looks at their resume for 6 seconds, that they have to make their resume stand out in 6 seconds in order to even get an interview. And I want them to know that it only takes 90 seconds for an interviewer to decide whether or not you're hired. Okay, this number counter is massive because if a client takes the time to read this, they'll see what they're up against. Well, now, suddenly, the next thing that they see are what they get. They get 3 free resume templates, which should demolish this right here. Our resume templates stand out. These resumes and cover letters are designed to help the hiring manager choose you. Okay? 30 interview questions. This is the 30 most common interview questions ever asked. This should demolish this right here. They should feel comfortable about this. This is a thank you letter. Did you know that a thank you letter doubles the chances of getting hired? That's fantastic. This demolishes this problem right here. There's 250 applicants, but we're going to knock out 125 just with the thank you letter and a hacking social media guide. 83.5% of job seekers are using social media, so we're going to show you how to use social media in order to knock that out. So here are all the problems, and here are all the solutions to these problems. plus way too much to list here. So it's not just a 4-part course. There's a lot in the course, okay? Here are, this section of the page right here, I studied and interviewed the 3 biggest problems that people had when they were searching for a job. And the problems that they listed were they couldn't network the right way, they didn't have a good resume, and even if they had a good resume, they couldn't get chosen. They couldn't stand out. So this answers not the these are the actual problems when you dig into the numbers. These are the perceived problems that people think they have. Okay? And these are all versions of this, but this is the customer's words, not mine. So I've taken the customer's words where they said, I don't know how to network. Well, I will teach you to network the right way. I've taken the customer's words that says my resume doesn't stand out, and I said, I will give you a resume that stands out. I've taken the customer's words that said, I don't know how to get chosen from the crowd, and I've said, I will teach you how to get chosen from the crowd. So now they know the problem, the real problems they're up against. They know that I can solve the real problems, and they know now that the perceived top 3 problems they have are answered by this solution. The next thing I want, now a lot of people would put an option to buy right here. It's not a bad thing. It's just a personal preference. You can totally cut in a call to action right here, and I'll show you how on the back end of this page. I don't. I want to make sure that if anybody has passed this, I like to sell after trust is built. So they trust this, they see the problem, they see that I answer the solution, but this is just me speaking. I want to sell to them after somebody else has spoken. So my next section is testimonials. These are people who have taken my course. These are the stories of what they've accomplished and what they've done. You know, Clint actually had $50,000 in student loan for a helicopter school that closed up on him right before he got his license. And so we helped him get a job as a foreman at Pacific Gas and Electric, and he was able to wipe that $50,000 out no problem because they make around $250,000 a year. Leah was actually under federal indictment. She was a part of a team in a city council setting, in a city government setting, and the team was embroiled in tons of embezzlement and problems, and she just happened to hitch her wagon to the wrong team. Well, being wrapped up in that, she had a hard time getting a job, but I put her through this process, and as soon as she finished, she got the first job she applied for. And Tom is just a guy I know. We put him through this process, and he got a job as a project manager making $200,000 a year. These are really powerful stories about the product. So I share them. They're probably the 3 most powerful stories I have. So I share them in my testimonial section, and as soon as this is done, now I feel like you should trust me again. I give you an opportunity to buy. So here's a pricing plan, a pricing table. I have 2 price options for people. I have $79 up front. I have $25 a month. You can make as many of these pricing tables as you like, and we'll show you on the back end how that works. For this particular offer, the members of this group get $20 off, and they also have option to the payment plan. I promote this one. I can make this one stand out. See how this box is bigger, this box is blue, this box stands out, this box is gray, it's a little minuscule, and it's not nearly as big. This is the promoted payment plan. I want them to see they have the opportunity to get $20 off of the course. So I promote this one. I can show you how to make either one of them stand out on the back end, and I will. These buttons can be any color you want, but they both lead to my friend's affiliate page. So every button on here leads to a sales page that is my friend's affiliate link. Okay, so no matter what button you push on, it's gonna pay him a portion of the sale because he sent the customers there. So this page right here pays my friend 50% of the course. We'll go back. This button does the same thing, 50% of the course. Only this is the payment plan and the other is the upfront plan. This button up here, same thing, leads right to his affiliate page. So all of these buttons point to his affiliate program. Now, if you read beyond this and you don't sign up, in my mind you have some questions. So I've put in some toggled columns of frequently asked questions. And you see how this one's closed? These are all closed and this is open. You can set any of these to be open or closed, however you want. The number one thing that changes people's minds and sells any product, if they've reached this point, is a money-back guarantee. So I leave this question open. What if I'm not happy? We have a no questions asked 100% refund policy within 30 days. If you take the course and within 30 days you aren't happy with it, I will mail back your money. We've never used it, but it's there. This is true. I've never had to send back any money, ever. So this is a really powerful statement, and I don't want it to be covered up like this one. How long is the course? That's really not a big deal, but if people want to see it, they can open it up, right? What if I don't understand something? These aren't very big problems. This is a huge problem. This is a huge obstacle to people buying. What if I spend money on this course and it's not what I wanted? I will mail back your money if it's not everything that I say that it is, because my course is everything that I say that it is and more. If you do the things that are in the course, it works. So I have this policy, I have it open, and I'll show you how to make that happen. This is the last opportunity you have to buy, right here. This is the end of the page, this is the bottom of the page. The very last thing anybody should see if they make it to the bottom of the page is an opportunity to buy with answers to problems. These were the other 3 problems that people have with their careers. They hate Mondays, they hate their boss, or they're broke. And so I've solved those problems. It's like I'm speaking right to them. I'm telling them, you don't have to dread Mondays, you don't have to dread your boss, and you don't have to dread your bank account anymore. So this takes them to Justin's affiliate page. But it's a little different version of it. If they've reached the bottom of this page, I feel like they aren't convinced yet. So rather than take them right to the checkout page, this button takes them to this page where they can learn more about the course. This is another sales page that lives on Teachable, where I can explain even more about the course and more about what you get and all of the details of the course. So this is just another version of the sales page that you've already seen, but this lives on Teachable. What I wanted to get across is that if somebody hasn't chosen to buy by this point, you want to let them have a little more opportunity to learn about the course. So make sure this leads to more explanation, not to a sales page. These people have decided, I don't need to learn anymore. I'm buying right now. I don't need to learn anymore. I'm buying right now. These buttons need to lead to checkout pages. This button needs to lead to more explanation. If they've reached the bottom of the page and they're not convinced yet, explain it to them a little more. So that's the anatomy of a sales page that works. Now, I'm not a designer. It doesn't look very fancy, but it's not bad, and it works. And so now I want to dig into how to make this work on the back end. So let's go to the back end of my website. This is the back end of my website. It's a self-hosted WordPress blog. The only thing on here is Divi. Divi is the builder. It's the theme from Elegant Themes that I use to make all this happen. You don't have to use Divi, but you'll see in a minute why this is so incredible. Now, the back end of that page that we just looked at is this page right here. So this is what the back end of that page looks like. This is a full width slider. When I click over here, this section from the blue up is a full width slider. The reason it's called a slider is because everything slides into focus, which is really pretty cool, and it's automatic. Then I have a bar of text and 4 number counters. Here's my bar of text, the numbers, and 4 number counters. These are the actual numbers. Then I have another line of text. Here's my other line of text. This is what you get. Then I have 4 blurbs and a blurb on the bottom. Here are 4 blurbs and my blurb on the bottom. You see how this lines up on the back end so easily? Then I have text, a divider, text, a divider, and text, and I can explain those to you later. These just separate these sections of text so that on a phone they're not jumbled. And it's really easy to do, but all these do are break these up so that when you look at them on a tablet or shrink the screen, they stay lined up. And so I have basically 3 lines of text and an image. And here are my 3 lines of text and my image. After that, I have a line of text and 3 testimonials. Here is my line of text. Here are my 3 testimonials. I want you to notice a color that I'm using is blue. Blue is a very trustworthy color. The color blue elicits trust. And so I do my best to try to use blue without overusing it. You know, these fine borders, this background color, they're all so that people trust that what is going on here is true. So, line of text, 3 testimonials. Then I have a text, a line of text, a divider, a pricing table, and another divider. Again, the dividers are just clear lines of code you don't see on the page usually that put some distance between whatever you're writing and the next module. So, what it's going to look like is just text and a pricing table. Here's my text. And here's my pricing table. Now you can see when I click on pricing table, here are my 2 pricing tables. Lifetime access, payment plan. Lifetime access, payment plan. If I wanted to add a pricing table, I could add a new pricing table. And we could call it the fake pricing table. Save it. We'll save it. We will preview the changes, and I'll show you how this works. Now we have our new fake pricing table that we can fill in whatever we want. That's how easy it is to add one of these. I told you I'd show you how to make that one prominent. Right now, the lifetime access is featured. We'll turn that off. We'll save it. Now we'll make the fake one featured. We'll save that. Save it. We'll come up here. Preview changes. Now the fake pricing table is featured. It's that simple. This is how easy Divi makes this stuff. Now, I've just screwed up my pricing table, right? Well, not really. There's a lot of ways I could change this, but all I've got to do is get rid of that, go back here, make this table featured, save it, and we're back to normal. So, after the pricing table, if you'll remember, I have the toggled questions, right? So let's go over here and look at our table. Here's our pricing table. Underneath that, you have a line of text, frequently asked questions, and my toggled questions. And remember, this one's featured opened. Well, the way we make that work, here's my line of text, and here are my toggle questions. The title is What If I'm Not Happy? The state is open. This is what makes it prominent and previewed. I can choose open or closed. So I can have all of them open if I wanted to. I can have every question answered. But it's less engaging. It just looks like a line of text. If you actually have to click on something to find the answer, it engages you in the page a little bit more. So I only leave open one, and it's the most important one. It's the most convincing of all of the questions. So I have all of my toggle questions here. Here are all of my toggle questions. The last thing on my page is this link to the other sales page on Teachable. It's a line of text and a call to action. The call to action includes a line of text, which is the title. So here's how this call to action works. You put the title in, you put the URL to the button in. This URL is my friend's affiliate URL. Feel free to share it. I'm sure he'd love to get the commission. But the button automatically leads to whatever URL you want to put into it right here. So if you want people to click on the button and go to another page within your website, you can do that. If you want people to click on your button and get sent to your Facebook group, you can do that. Anywhere you want people to go, you put that URL in this button, and that's where they go. This is the text written on the button. You can make it say anything you want. Here is the text underneath the title. You deserve to love your work. Learn more about the course here. Here is what's really cool about Divi. Divi always has, in every module, they have 3 different settings. This is the general basic settings. After about 2 hours of Divi, you're going to want to be here. This is the advanced design setting. This is where you go to really make it look nice without having to know any code at all. If you know code, this is where you'll go to rewrite the code in the CSS for that module. I work a lot in here. I hardly ever work in here. I don't know very much code. So I work in here in the advanced design setting. Now here's what's awesome. You can choose the different style fonts. I love, there's about 4 fonts that I love, and you're going to want to write this down. There's Open Sans, which is a great font for headers. There is Railway, Roboto, and Lotto. Those 4 fonts make killer sales pages. They're very popular right now. So I'll show them to you so that they're highlighted. We've got Open Sans, the whole Railway family, Railway Light, the whole Roboto family, Roboto Condensed, and Roboto Light, and then the one I'm using now, Lotto, the Lotto family, Lotto and Lotto Light. Those are all excellent fonts. But the way you adjust the font is in this setting right here in Divi. But here's what's really cool. You can change the border, you can change the margins, which moves the text and the images within the module. So if I add 100 pixels here, it will lower the text. If I add 100 pixels to the bottom, it will raise the text. But this little button right here lets me use custom styles for the button. So I can choose how big the text is on the button. I can choose the color of the text. I can choose the color of the background. I can choose how thick the border on the button is. I can choose the color of the border of the button. This button right here is my favorite. Button border radius. I can make it 0, and I'll show you what that does. If I make the button border radius 0, save it, come up here to preview changes, click on the new page. Now my button's square. If I come down here, I need to go to my advanced design settings, come down to custom styles for button, and take the button border radius. My go-to is 7. All this does is rounds the corners of your button. The higher that number is, the more round the corners of the button are. See how it rounded those corners off? So that's the beauty of Divi. That's what you can do with Divi. So that was the back end of that page. Now we're going to build a new page based on this page. The way I did that is I took this page, now that it's already created, and I saved it to my library. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how incredible this is. At this point, we're going to close this out. At this point, I want to create a new page here, because I have another affiliate that's come on board. We're doing an event, and we're going to want to send his customers to this sales page so that they can get the same experiences as the other customers, and because this sales page works. So when you land on a new page, this is the normal WordPress default page minus this purple button, minus this use the Divi Builder button. This is what you usually get. There's not a lot of options, and it can be intimidating because this doesn't look like the back end of a web page. This looks like the front end of a Word document. Okay? So I click Use the Divi Builder. Now, because I saved that previous page to my library, I will be able to load it from the library using Divi. So I click on this, and here's what's awesome. If you are not a web builder, this is what makes Divi incredible. They have these predefined layouts, product features, case studies, sales pages. If you load a sales page, it's already built for you. It's simply a matter of filling in all of the different modules or deleting one. If you decide you don't like these blurbs, you delete it, right? So the sales page is built for you, and all you have to do is fill in the blanks. This is what their sales page looks like before anything's loaded. So it's simply a matter of editing. You'll notice this is a lot like my sales page, a whole lot like my sales page. I really copied their template and added a few things and took out a few things, and really that's it. So it's really fantastic, but this isn't the page that I want. So we're going to clear the layout. I'm going to load from library. I don't want the predefined layouts. I want the pages from my library. My library, the page we were just on, is the Get Hired Sales page. So we'll load the Get Hired Sales page, and here's the same page we were just looking at, right? So it just loaded that page. I know this page works. I don't need to change a whole lot on this page. The only thing I need to change is I need a different logo here, and I need these links to go to different pages, right? They can't go to Justin's affiliate link. They need to go to Andrew's affiliate link. So I only need to change 4 buttons and this logo. So that's simple enough. I'll go into my full width slider. This is how I edit my full width slider. Here is the background image that I'm using. Here is the logo that slides into place. I need to change that. So I'm going to select a file. I've already gotten the logo. So now I set as a slide image, and now this is the logo that slides into place rather than the other one. Save. Save. Now I want to preview. Make sure that that logo took. Make sure that that logo looks nice, and there it is. Now this is the name of the other group. I need to change that. In order to do that, I come into my full width slider. I edit the full width slider. I come down to my content, and rather than saying the name of that group, I want it to say the name of the other group. Save that. Also, their code is different. I need to change their code. Now, the full width slider is right. Oh, except, I need to change the button. So I need to change the URL for the button. And that is in here. Button text, button URL. So I need this to be the other guy's affiliate link, not Justin's. And so I've already copied and pasted that, or I've already copied that to my clipboard. So now I change it, save it again, and now that's changed. Okay, so now I need to come here. The next opportunity people have to buy is after the testimonials. This is the pricing tables. So in the pricing tables, I need to change lifetime access to the other affiliate URL. Save it. The payment plan. Save it. Save it. Come down to the very bottom. The call to action button URL needs to be different. Now, for this webinar, I've just put the normal URL for the sales page in. I'll go back and edit this a little bit because I want different buttons to do different things. But you can see I've added the appropriate affiliate link to each button. I've changed the logo, I've changed the code, and now this sales page is a completely different sales page, even though it looks the same. I know this sales page works. I know this series works, and so now the sales page is exactly right. So now we look at it. We're going to preview it. When I send, not me, when he sends customers to this page, they're going to see his logo. They're going to see the name of his group. They're going to see his code. But all the numbers are the same. All of the psychological stuff are the same. All the blue outlines are the same. Everything I explained to you in the beginning, it's all the same. It just leads to a different place, which is exactly what I wanted. Now, it all looks right. But there's one thing I want to do. It's called no indexing. I personally like to no index anything related to affiliates because I don't know how much traffic they're going to drive to it. No indexing a page is when you tell Google, don't count this page. This is kind of a hidden page that doesn't really show up in searches. So when Google comes to look at your website, when Google comes to crawl your website, they don't count it for or against your page. Now, if I have an affiliate page that's getting a ton of traffic, I'll index it. But for right now, I want to no index this page until we see how much traffic it generates. Because if for some reason the members of this group aren't happy with this page and they bounce off of this page a lot, it's going to kill my Google ranking. But if this page is no indexed, then Google doesn't count any of the numbers that happen on this page. So I come down here, I no index the page, and I'm going to name it the name of the group. So this is where you edit your URL for the page. If you ever hear somebody say, just type in freshbooks.michaelhyatt.com, this is where they did that. My website name is LifeWise Future. So this URL will be lifewisefuture.com/website. whatever I want it to be. And I'm going to make this as easy on my affiliates as I can so they can remember it. Save it. And now we will name it here so that it registers. The stupid author in me wants it to be capitalized. And there we go. We've just published, using Divi, we've just published my newest affiliates sales page. Now you can see, if I'm not taking the time to explain it, if I'm not taking the time to step through it, that's about a 5-minute job. To take a sales page that's working, rebuild it, add a new affiliate, and give them their own custom sales page. When these affiliates click on this page, they're so proud to send people to this page. You know, they've worked hard to build this logo into something that matters. They've worked hard to make this name something that counts. And when they send customers here, you want them to be able to be proud of where they're sending them. Well, Divi makes it easy to do. Divi makes it so that not only is your affiliate happy, but so are the customers. And happy affiliates and happy customers equal happy money. That's why Divi is so amazing. But look, this page is a really decent looking page, and I have had zero help with it. This is all something I did, somebody that knows nothing about this stuff. I'm really not good at website design. Divi makes it amazingly easy. So guys, this is the guts of a good sales page, and this is how to build a good sales page with Divi. It's also a great way to treat your affiliates. If you're going to join, or if you're going to sign up affiliates, treat them good. They are working for you. I mean, make no mistake about it. If you want to stand out as a good provider for affiliates, do the legwork for them. You know, when I sign up as an affiliate for FreshBooks, they give me a link and I can send people to their sales page, but their sales page has nothing to do with my audience. Nothing at all. But this sales page has everything to do with my affiliates' audience. You do little things like this, your affiliates will love you, and you'll make more money. And it's just that simple. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you understand the guts of how this sales page works. We want customers to trust. We want customers to understand what they're up against. We want to solve every problem that they're up against. We want to take their 3 biggest objections and crush them. We want to show them that other people have taken this product and completely changed their life or gotten the results that you're selling. We want to give them the opportunity to buy and explain what they're buying really well so that by the time they are ready to click on this number, they know exactly everything they're going to get. Okay, one more thing. I want to talk to you a little bit about the bonus sandwich. This is something Derek Halpern does it's incredible. What he says, well, first off, they did a study at some college. I think it was Berkeley, and they sold cookies in the morning and they sold cookies in the afternoon. And in the morning, they sold 2 cookies for 50 cents each. You couldn't get 1 cookie. You had to spend $1, and you had to get 2 cookies. Okay, and then in the afternoon, they sold 1 cookie for $1 and gave away a free cookie. They sold 3 times as many cookies in the afternoon as they did in the morning. The price was the same, the product was the same, but psychologically, when people think they're getting something for free, it's a big deal. That's why when you go into the stores and you see buy 1 soda, get the second one for 50 cents off, well, it's because it works. So if you're not incorporating that, you are losing out. Derek Halpern takes it a step further with what he calls the bonus sandwich. You sell the meat of the sandwich and you give away the bread. So if for example, my course is a job finder course. Well, if I sell the Job Finder course for $79, there's no freebie. There's no bonus. Okay? So I don't sell a Job Finder course. I sell a job interview course. Well, what's your problems? If that's the meat of the course, what are the problems that you have to getting a job interview? Well, you need to find a job to apply for. Then when you apply for the job, you need a resume in order to get the interview. Then my course solves the interview. Then you need a thank you letter. So the bread of the bonus sandwich is finding the job, having a good resume, and then the other piece of bread is the great thank you letter that gets you hired. So my bonus sandwich is free guide to finding jobs on social media. Notice that's free. I give away 3 free resume and cover letter templates. That's free. This is the first piece of bread to my bonus sandwich. Then, access to all 3 interview videos. This is the meat. This is what you're buying. And then the other piece of bread in the bonus sandwich is the free pre-written thank you letter. Okay? What you want to do is you want to lead your customers up to the point of the problem that you solve for free, sell the solution to the problem, and then give away the next thing they're going to need after the problem. I hope that makes sense to you. And so that's the ins and outs of a sales page that works. You know, the psychology behind the trust, the numbers, the solutions, the testimonials, the bonus sandwich, answering all of the questions that they have, and then if they wanted more information, giving them more information. This sales page works. Feel free to copy it. And really, to copy it, all you've got to do is load Divi's pre-loaded sales page, and it'll look a whole lot like this. You really just have to add a few things, and it'll be the same sales page if you're using Divi. If you don't have Divi, I will put a link at the bottom of the page for you to get Divi. It's amazing. It's an incredible product, and it helped a guy like me who knows nothing about this build a page like this that works, that makes money. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them over to me. I'll be glad to help. So I hope this helped you, and I hope that between this and Divi, you should be able to really start making money online. There's really no reason that you don't have something that's as valuable as a $79 course.